G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a furious submachine gun with bullets exploding for area damage and 90% reduced weight major and minor legendary effects respectively. So yesterday we had a furious explosive light machine gun, and today we've got a furious explosive submachine gun, and as you can tell the 90% reduced weight is doing barely anything. Also, all of the attachments that I've mentioned that are a little bit broken, like the short light barrel actually adds weight and the recoil compensating stock decreases the weight from it, so this thing is still neglected, and for some reason the rate of fire on this is 75, which is standard across all of the other rifles in the game, but as a submachine gun you'd think it'd be a little bit more better suited to close and personal combat, so that rate of fire would be up in exchange for bad range. As you can tell, only 78 range. The 10mm light machine gun, the 10mm submachine gun does this, but not the regular old submachine gun or the Thompson looking thing. But anyways, hardened receiver with nothing spec'd in, 38 damage. If we compare this to a non-explosive one, nothing of the blade variety is, getting us extra damage. 32, so we get 6 extra damage, which means that the legendary effect of explosive is rather minor on this. But what we'll do to help us out a bit, instead of chucking on something like ground pound, I've got tank killer to squeeze out a little bit more damage output via something called armor penetration, and then there's demo expert to increase that even more, and bloody mess gets a 78 damage, which is a cut above 59 right there too, so yeah, not too bad for starting off. Alrighty, so here we are outside of West Tech once again, and here is my buffs and armor, not necessarily in that order. Only one of these chameleon pieces doesn't have AP regen on it because I've just been lucky enough to find that. Also, I've got Candy Bucket because I walked into a toga to farm some plastic and an aluminium to actually repair this thing, or to repair my armor, or to get the ultralight across all of my things. Also, I need to unequip and re-equip this weapon because I'm not noticing any boosts from ye old speed demon on that reload, which is kind of what you want. It's got a high rate of a high mag capacity, so it's not super essential, but it's nice to actually get the reloads going heaps quicker than what they usually would with speed demon as opposed to without it. So yeah, it's kind of annoying how sometimes you have to switch over guns to get the necessary perks, but whatever. That's actually an AA harpoon gun. We'll come back for you because I'm on the verge of being over capacity. I don't want to be over capacity for the entirety of this run. And if I miss it, it's only a 1-star. And it's only a harpoon gun, so I'm not actually worried about losing something like that. So 118 damage thanks to adrenaline there. Definitely not the most powerful weapon I've ever used, but I'm making it work a little bit, as obviously just spamming snake attack criticals. So last time I did check the clock in this game, it was around 4:50ish, so pretty soon we'll be able to hit nightfall. That means we can get, nice misses there in VATS. We can actually get a little bit more damage in terms of snake attack critting because we'll get, what's it called, Mr. Sandman on, which happens at night, past 6 PM. You'll see that going. But regardless of that, we'll just keep on doing this shit and kill that super mutant. So as you can tell, the rate of fire on this is really strange. It's just super low, which annoys me because, I mean, we're cutting a lot of DPS out of this thing, and since this thing isn't too great at range to begin with, it means that this thing is going to be very, very hard to use at range. So yeah, this is why the 45 caliber submachine gun really isn't one of those sought after weapons. Yeah, not to mention that you can actually find, the only way to find the highest damaging receiver of this bar the prime one is to actually buy the plans, which is really odd to be honest. I don't know why they did that. Okay, so the super mutants didn't decide to exist, so it's time to take on some ghouls. As you can tell, I've got some sort of radworms infection, so it's not the first time I've been at this particular location, but we'll try to give these ghouls a run for their money. I tried this before, got interrupted by shout out to Tooth Decay, so thank you for that. It's a sleeper too, fucking bastard. Alright, just gotta hipfire him. Hipfire is pretty good. We are getting reduced damage from that only using explosives, but how's that guy doing, by the way? Oh, he died. That's a shame. Well, you don't bring fucking level 24 characters over here if you aren't prepared for a big old fight. Now, the good thing about the submachine gun is it's got a decent mag capacity, and the rate of fire of this thing does sort of elongate that, I suppose. It makes it seem a lot longer than it actually is. That's a sleeper. Man, no wonder he got ruined. He probably got attacked by sleepers. Couldn't even see him because he's a poor little level 24 player. Bless his little cotton socks. I'll save you, but just so you know, if you're in survival, I would have shot you on sight because these are my spawns, damn it. I've claimed them. I own them. So we could have done this with stealth, but I've decided just to say fuck it and go along and just run and gun like this. Ow. Okay, I did not see that one coming. Now, it's especially weird about this weapon. Ah, it's another sleeper. And another one. Ooh, they're attacking out in force today. This is the best bug, by the way. This is the bugs that I don't really give a fuck about. I mean, oh, there's a Wendigo. I need to harvest your screws. Oh, bad shooting all around there. Luckily, the Wendigo, his fatal flaw is tables and other kitchenware, I suppose, because I completely spoofed his pathing by taking just a short little walk around the tables. Also, who is this? What am I looking at here? Oh, it's him. Okay. Hold up, let me just hipfire you. Unfortunately, not having ground pounder means our hipfire isn't the best, which I was trying to rely on that a little bit simply because I'd get better mobility out of it, but I managed to pull myself out of there. And having a look at that damage now, 152. Note the health at this point. Also, that's a nice visual bug. Yes, I'm getting quite a lot of adrenal reaction, so factor that into the damage. Alright, back into stealthy mode now, and instead of having evasive for extra damage resistance, what I'm going to do is firstly chuck on Mr. Sandman, and then chuck on, what's it called, Covert Operative, and then we can watch the slapstick hilarity ensue. So, first of all, there we go. Can't go wrong with almost 4 times sneak attack critical, and I'm looting his penis now. Isn't that great? Now I'm over capacity. Yeah, I've got the chameleon armor, so I can't have like heaps and heaps of stuff on me, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's kill some crabs, eh? And we'll just let concentrated fire quickly pick up the slack there. That's the problem with weapons of this range. Even with all of the perception in the goddamn world at my disposal, actually I managed to kill that one very, very quickly. It was also legendary. I think I hit him in the noggin a bit, actually. You'll find that this thing over range suffers greatly in terms of its accuracy. There's old mate Queenie with a school. Ooh, it's a 2-shot powder pistol. Unfortunately not a TSE, but we've already got one of those. Okay. So, like the single action revolver, if you dare to shoot this thing too fast in that, it'll just miss. I don't know what that was all about, but that was wildly inconsistent and something that is slightly out of the ordinary. There's also a Gatling plasma on you. I'm gonna break that down for whatever that's worth. Speaking of VATS inaccuracy, we've got some commie bots to take on. That doesn't count, that was a critical hit. Now, I've already complained enough about these guys, so let's just embrace the fact that we're ruining some communists, because apparently some people didn't take too much liking to me talking about how fucking terrible communism is. They said, why don't you get real educated about it? Shut the fuck up, commie. I know enough about it to know that it's a fucking farce. Can't work at all. You give me one reason why it can. That isn't, they haven't tried it yet. They haven't actually tried what it was supposed to be yet. I bet you fucking can't, you fucking retard. Now shut the fuck up. No commies allowed in my videos. If you're a communist, you can fuck off. Okay, we can move on now. Okay, so I'm thinking for this section against these Scorchbeasts, this extra mag capacity that we get out of this, which is 62, which is, I think that's fake. Someone was talking about how it should be 100, and it was definitely 100 back in Fallout 4, but they've nerfed it somehow. This thing, it's sitting in the middle here. It's not really doing anything better that you couldn't get out of a, handmade rifle, but then you've got other submachine guns like the, that's a really poor decision to land there, friend. You've got things like the 10mm submachine gun, and we're actually in danger. Well, whatever, we'll just keep on shooting anyway, and with that mag capacity we sort of done it. So, maybe this thing was designed to be some sort of scrub cannon which you can hold down the trigger for fucking days, but the DPS is not making it really appealing at all, so I don't know what the direction what this weapon was. There's no reason for it not to be rate of fire. I understand how they would have, why they might have changed the rate of fire for regular automatic weapons in this game to make it sync up better with VATS, because sure, but a submachine gun that it's obviously meant to be good at close range, it's firing the 45 rounds, which someone's told me off for calling them small, but I was comparing them to big old rifle rounds. Apparently we've got another one spawning here, so you're getting the headshot treatment, and we kill him very, very quickly, and judging by that XP, I'm pretty sure that one was level 80, so as long as you're using this as a stealth commando style, it won't do you any wrong, but there's just better options out there. Like even a Furious, I don't even know, even a Furious 1-star handmade I probably would like better over this, simply because you can't kill yourself by, you know, doing that. Thank you, Serendipity. Also, you might notice how I'm wearing this blue shirt and slacks, because that's free on the Atom store right now. That's the kind of shit they're handing out for free. That's terrible. Why? Okay, so I've come and done Distant Thunder, and it spawned me right in front of this fucking plant. I'm gonna gut this next one. Yeah, take that. That's more adhesive for me. But yes, since the train yard smash was a little bit on the dull side, I've come over here and we're going to do Distant Earth, which is basically a bunch of scorched things around and you gotta kill their asses. And look how fast that AP is regenerating. Yeah, so it looks like in terms of my armor now, I've got a purpose for Chameleon other than just being fucking invisible all the time. Also, wow, that was it. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just move on. And just to get a little bit warmed up on these super mutants, I suppose, they've just given me a big old squad of super mutants here, and they're all packed in like sardines, and I couldn't resist, and I thought you might enjoy if I just systematically blew the heads off 6 or 7 super mutants. We've already killed that guy though, so I think that was the only one there. There's actually someone inside right now, so I'll jump on another server, I think. I do think for the submachine gun to actually be made a viable weapon in this game, or something that you'd actually want to use, some changes need to be made. So maybe increasing that rate of fire would go a long way, because it's already, you know, pretty bad at range with its low range stat, so it's not like you're going to be outgunning all of the rifles and such at medium ranges or even a bit longer, but oh, there's just fucking no super mutants in here at all. I don't know where they all went. Maybe they're just taking the day off. I'm getting some spawns here, but I feel like I'm missing out on quite a bit. It is, however, going to speed up the run through here, and I'm guessing if you don't enjoy me killing super mutants... Oh, it's because one of these fuckwits was around here. Fine, yeah, okay. Well, at least... Okay, I'm just terrible at aiming, apparently. Can't really thread the needle through there anyways. We'll keep on going through this little bit here. If we can pull at least half of the spawns from this place, I'll be happy, but fucking hell. Private servers, can't wait. Even if it costs you money, even if they buy them with atoms, guess what? Oh, there's even a goo pile hero maker in here. Whatever. Alright, we even get an anti-armor legendary grenade launcher for our troubles, which unfortunately puts us overweight. But we'll just have to probably dump that and move on. Also, do you remember... Oh, yeah, okay, even more. Do you remember that harpoon gun that I said I'd pick up later? Well, I didn't pick it up. So, whoops. Not that I really wanted it anyway. I wasn't really interested in seeing how that would go, because I've pretty much made up my mind about harpoon guns. And basically, explosive or bust. So these super mutants don't seem particularly interested in actually going into anything but caution, which is really strange, because before I was having huge troubles, actually keeping myself in caution. Like, these guys, even the ghouls, were extremely perceptive, but apparently that's not the case anymore. So, yeah. We're almost done through here, but Okay, I'm not gonna start and getting annoyed and complaining about the group hulls, but I'll just say this: it's really fucking annoying when you're server hopping for 20 minutes, finding empty places where there should be mutants, only to find one that does actually have mutants, but there's a bunch of these group piles or ash piles sitting around. That fucking pisses me off so much. You have no idea. But anyways, there you have it. That was a Furious Explosive and also Whaler Submachine Gun. It's okay. I mean, for a submachine gun it did alright, but like I said before, this thing has got some inherent flaws which makes a weapon fairly unappealing to use, so that's why probably people don't really bother using this. I do like it with the rate of fire secondary legendary effect though. That's probably the best one. I don't really think explosive is right for a submachine gun. You kind of want to be bullet spammy as hell anyway with these things. So yeah, it works. So if you'd like to see this thing in your game, I'm going to be selling it if you want. I don't really want this thing. So yeah, be sure to look me up. Also, thank you for Ducky for giving me this weapon. 3k caps I spent on this. Oh bless. Thank you very much for watching, guys.